Good evening to our live audience on Facebook. We're starting a new week and we're starting our final webinars that are featuring our study programs. So hello from the American University of Iraq, Suleimani. I feel that by now this is such a beautiful tradition where each late afternoon we feature different departments. You get a chance to meet different faculty members, students, and alumni, and hear more about our programs. I also know that many members of our audience are watching already the recordings of the webinars. So we, of course, hope that you find them very informative. And if at any point you have any questions, of course, you no longer have the opportunity to ask them live, but you can always contact our admissions office. You can visit us, come to our campus, or as I will also tell later during the webinar, you have an amazing opportunity this coming Thursday to come and visit AUIS during our University Day. From 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., the university will be wide open to this Suleimani community and beyond, and that's where you can then learn about our programs. You can meet our faculty and see the projects that students have worked on, and have campus tour and see all that AUIS is about. So right now you're seeing the schedule of the webinars that we have been presenting for the last 2.5 weeks. So we are now finishing up, and we have only 4 webinars left. And today the focus is on our Department of Business Administration. So it's my honor today to present to you our panelists for today's session. So we have Dr. Faratin Sumer, our department chair. We have Dr. Silvia Pirioni, the faculty member of the Business Administration Department. We have, as usual, our alumni and student voices. They will introduce themselves later in the webinar. But from my side, of course, I want to thank all our panelists for taking their time today and being with us, and then helping us all learn more about the business department here at AUIS. So without further ado, let me give the spotlight to our department chair, Dr. Faratin. Please go ahead with all the introductions.
Thank you very much, Aista. As she said, I'm the chair of business department here. Little bit background about me. I'm Turkish American. I studied my master's and PhD degrees in the United States. I have been with American University here over 10 years now. And we expanded our business program during my tenure here. Our business program is one of the oldest programs of American University of here, AUIS, and one of the best business programs in the region. So our graduates actually evidence this. We had many graduates so far. Many of our graduates become entrepreneurs, or they are working for international auditing companies or managers, directors at different organizations. And went to study, some of them went to study their master's degrees abroad in different countries. We had students going to United States, United Kingdom, Spain, Canada, Germany, Japan, Lebanon, Turkey. In fact, one of our graduates, Dilan, is going to talk about his experience here, and he is currently studying his master's degree in Canada. And employers in Iraq overall prefer our graduates. Therefore, our graduates find jobs in short periods. In fact, our university also hired several of our graduates. Our program follows American business education curriculum, and Texas International Educational Consortium, which is an American institution, reviewed and approved our curriculum about 3 years ago. We, as the business department, offer 3 different majors: business administration, human resources management, digital marketing, and social media. Students can join AUS as a freshman and decide about their majors within 3 semesters. Our curriculum, business curriculum, is flexible with elective classes, allowing students to pursue their interests according to what they like. Our business students can have 10 electives or can do minor in other departments or choose to do a concentration in a specialized field such as management, economics, or accounting. For students from other majors, we offer minors, students who are studying engineering, IT, English, or social sciences can do a minor in business administration, or in management, or in economics. We teach academic knowledge to our students in different business fields, but also teach them critical thinking skills, presentation, problem solving, research skills. We emphasize business ethics and entrepreneurship especially. Employers of our graduates appreciate our students' knowledge and skill and at their workplaces, and therefore they prefer our graduates. We hope that you choose AUS and one of our business programs. So I will leave the floor to our faculty member, Dr. Sylvia. By the way, we hire international faculty and try to have a mix of international faculty from different countries. And Dr. Sylvia is from Italy. Now I leave the floor to her. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Sumer. Good afternoon. So I'm Dr. Sylvia. I'm originally from Italy, but I pursued my postgraduate studies, so both my master's and my PhD in the UK. And here at AUIS, I teach management classes. I've been here since fall 2020. So in these few minutes, I would like to talk about career opportunities after graduation and why students may like to choose our business programs. So all of our courses are designed with the requirements of the industry in mind. And a business administration degree is ideal for students who wish to keep their career options open, as it covers a broad range of management processes, ranging from accounting and finance to marketing and operation and people management. So by the end of the course of studies, if you take a business administration degree, you will have a full understanding of how organizations operate, and you will be able to pursue a career in different roles within the private sector, the public sector, or NGOs. So this is a very versatile degree, ideal for students who don't have yet a very specific vision as to what they would like to do in the future, but it will prepare you for a management career in any industry. We also have, as Dr. Sumer mentioned, 2 more specific majors. So the major in human resource management is designed to equip students with an understanding of the value of human capital. So in terms of career, if you major in human resource management, you may pursue a career as an HR specialist. And this is a job in high demand in the Middle East in general and in Iraq more specifically. So during the course of study for the HR major, students will learn about recruitment and selection, training and development, performance management, and will be equipped with the theoretical and practical tools that will help them to start their career as an HR specialist. And lastly, we have one more quite innovative degree, the digital marketing and social media major, it is designed to equip to prepare experts with practical expertise as to how social media, e-commerce portals, and mobile apps are integrated in marketing. So these are 2 more specific degrees for students who may have a much more clear idea as to which career they would like to pursue. But as Dr. Sumer mentioned earlier, with all 3 courses, students will also be very well prepared to pursue their graduate studies, so their masters. And I believe we do have Dylan, who is one of our alumni, of whom we are very, very proud, and he will talk more about his experience. Thank you.
Thank you to our faculty voices. I think, Dr. Faratin, you very well highlighted the strengths of the program, that it's definitely one of the oldest programs at AUS. So it has its reputation, and the reputation is built through student and alumni success stories. So we have that expertise and reputation in the job market, and we will hear from our alumni today. But you also highlighted that the difference between majors and minors. And when we ran previous webinars, even like the engineering department students, and there were other department students who were talking about majoring in a different program, but having the business management, the management track as a minor. So what would you say is the strength and uniqueness, of playing with the majors and minors like that? Because I mean, then that means your department is serving more students than just those who are actually majoring in your programs. So for our audience, as they are listening and they are not sure, necessarily what to study, there might be a student who likes math and they're not sure whether to go in the engineering path or in the business. How would you highlight the strengths of our programs and then who the program is best for?
Thank you. So one of the distinguishing feature of our university is providing a flexible curriculum for business to follow, for students to follow, and students are able to follow up with their interest in our AUS at AUS. So in other words, they don't have to choose which major they will choose from the very beginning. They can make their choices after joining AUS during first 3 semesters. So this flexibility is not available in many public universities. And what usually happens is that sometimes students join as IT major or engineering major. And if they are successful in these majors, they continue, but they are still able to do some business studies, which business department offers these minors for those students who are not majoring in business, but interested in learning about business. Because some of these IT graduates or engineering graduates or IS graduates, when they join to work for different companies, organizations, having some additional business knowledge gives them some advantage in their career prospects. The combination of whatever they studied with some business knowledge enables to become more efficient workers and help them to be promoted to more managerial positions. So these minors, in fact, as you mentioned, Ms. Aiste, preferred by many students in different majors. So these are the points I would like to make for now.
Thank you. Thank you. I do want to remind our audience that if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments section and we will take those questions and I will pass them on to the panelists and you will get your answers live during this webinar. But of course, now I would like to shift our attention to the student voice. So we heard from the program faculty about what the program is and what the strengths are. But of course, it's always important to hear that customer voice, and especially when we're talking about the business administration program, right? So all the business concepts. So what do our students feel like? What has been your journey like? How did you know that you want to study business? How you ended up choosing your major, and what has been your experience so far? So I'd like to start with Ronak. I see you being in the dorms, so straight from campus, right? And the experience of the on-campus, the residential students. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where is home for you, and then how did you end up at AUS, and what has been your experience so far?
Thank you so much for you and Dr. Ferti Sommer and Sylvia for the best explanation of AUIs and the business major, actually. First of all, I'm gonna start saying my name is Ronak and I'm majoring in business administration and minoring in law, as well as planning to take a minor in other fields as well, because like business makes us to have a lot of ways to expand our information about other majors as well. Actually, when I came to this university, I got scholarship because my grade was so high in grade 12, which was 97.70, and I got this wholly founded scholarship in AYS. So I was so excited, and I was just looking forward to start my best university life at AYS. So I just came here and I was like, I'm gonna start studying for APP, and after that, I'm gonna decide for which major should I study. But after that, when I saw myself and I saw the students and I saw the instructors and the life of students and the way they are instructors, how they are caring about the students' life and how they are caring about the students to become a businesswoman or businessman in future, that was the best point for me to make me more interested about business. Like my family were like, go on and study engineering or something like that, but when I saw myself and I started to working somehow, because like AY students, they have a lot of opportunities out of the university to work, and even in the university. So I just started to working for volunteering and stuff, and after that I realized, yes, business major is my major. I should be in business because I'm so social. I love to be communicated to a lot of people. And even I started to learning different languages in AUS, except that like I started to learning English very well, and even Arabic, because we have a lot of international students here. Like even we had some Afghan student. I started to learning and speaking with them with different language. And I just realized that the AWS made me to learn 5 languages. Come on, like English, Arabic, Persian, Kurdish, Turkish. Like I am communicating with this much of people, so it's amazing for someone who wants to study and learn a lot of stuff. So that's why I started to like studying for my classes and taking courses in business. Day by day I realized like business is wholly perfect for me, and it made me to be more social even, and see a lot of job opportunities outside the university. Even still I'm student, but I have a lot of job opportunities to work on, like marketing, like accounting, like a lot of fields that I got job opportunities, and I've been working that way in last summer. So yeah, and that's all about me. And there's a lot to say, but I don't want to take the time from the
Yes,
other students as well. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, and I really appreciate the time that you gave me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ronak, for sharing your experience. So, I mean, you touched very important element that along with the studies, it is so good to have the hands-on experience and to kind of see where your strengths are, and and then being excited about the major you're in. So,
Exactly.
do you already know which field in business you would like to continue yourself, or is it still too early to tell and you're still in the discovery stage?
Uh, Actually, it's my 5th semester, and I decided to just do a concentration in accounting because I see myself to be a very good accountant, and at the same time, I love management as well. But I haven't even decided like till now which one should I choose, because both of them, they are great and they have a lot of job opportunities and like best future for the students.
Well, we wish you all the best as you embrace all the possibilities. So thank you for sharing. We do have a question, I think, about the scholarships at the US. So I think it was very good to hear from you that those scholarships are possible, and each year new scholarships might be available. So it varies from year to year, but you are definitely the proof that scholarships are available and students can get those scholarships and study here for free even. All right, let's move on to Dania. Um, just to hear your story, and welcome.
Hello. My name is Dania Ali, and I am a senior. I major in business administration, and I minor in political science. What questions do you have for me?
Let's start about your journey at AUS. How did you know that you want to study business? And what have you enjoyed the most in your studies?
Okay, well, I'll start it off by saying that when I first applied for AUIS, as Dr. Sumer kind of highlighted on, I didn't necessarily see myself fitting in any particular place. I just wanted to take my time, take the flow of things as they come. And eventually, I really saw myself acquiring a business degree, given the fact that I have seen and heard a lot of amazing recommendations from students who have graduated and have found jobs having received a business degree. Simultaneously, where I found myself very well was in the finance aspect of business. I think that the intensity and the passion that our professors carry throughout teaching us and educating us and ensuring that not only do we retain the information, but we feel a particular way about it. That particular course, I think, had changed the trajectory of my life. And as soon as I graduate, I aim at applying for a master's degree in finance.
All right, so you kind of already have the plan lying ahead of you, which is amazing. So if you were, to talk to a student now who is finishing high school and is not sure where to go, what would you say for them if they are interested in business? Why should they consider AUIS? What would you highlight as the strength of the program and the university?
Well, within AUIS, I would say the strength is the quality professors we have, as well as the environment. It's very inclusive, and we kind of the community, the AUIS community, really encourages people not only to be able to develop the appropriate critical thinking skills, but to also question reality, question the things around us. And this communicative environment, I think, not only allows people to embrace themselves and embrace education as a whole, but also think of ways outside the box to come up with different answers in all types of different fields.
Thank you.
What I do recommend students doing is you can major in anything you want, but always make sure you have a business minor at least, because it gets you places.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much. Ali, your opinions and your journey.
Yes, hello. So I'll start talking about why I chose AUIS. And to be honest, I've always had a business mentality since I was kind of young. And my brother actually influenced me for that too. And as you know, at the time, and it still is, AUIS is the oldest and the most prestigious actually in the country for this kind of major. That idea is what in the first place got me to come to admissions and sign up. But what kept me going is actually how the diversity of mentalities and ideas there are, the diversity of people. There are so many different aspects you can look into in solving a problem, or like generally life. There is so much to learn from like these type of different ideas. So that's one of the things that kept me going, and staying in the AUIS and wanting to graduate with a degree from here. But it's not going to be the last step of my journey. After like I graduate, it won't be the last time that I come back here, because the network that you build here is very diverse, like I said. And even in 5-10 years, you will always come back and find new things, find new people to connect to, if you have ideas, if you have something you need help with, whether it's business, if it's in IT or any other major. I think this major is a gateway to the world, actually. What else?
So of all the classes that you have taken so far, which would you
Yes.
highlight has been your favorite ones? I mean, what has been the most memorable experience so far?
Honestly, I liked all of them. The professors are great. They're like I've kind of befriended my professors, to be honest. They're very friendly. It's easy to communicate. They're easy to communicate with, talk to. If you have any issues or you need advice in something, whether if it's class or actually work outside in business. But I chose to actually concentrate in accounting because personally to me, I have an analyst mindset. I like to analyze numbers. I like to look at financials and big data sets for companies. So I liked all of my classes, to be honest. I can't choose.
Well, it's wonderful that, you know, as you're saying, you are already seeing where you are going for and what you enjoy the most. And that's what I hear from all the students. And that is an amazing thing to hear. But many of you are already talking about further studies and so forth. So before we go to Dilan, we do have a question on Facebook, and Dr. Faratin, I'll want to address it to you because the question is about the master degree programs. So of
Yes.
course, like what would be the next step that would be even possible within the AUIS?
Yes, AUS offer an executive Master of Business Administration, executive MBA. And what we usually encourage our students or other major students to do after their graduations, they should start working while they are employed somewhere. If they would like to advance their knowledge further, AUS offer that option. Our executive MBA program offer classes during the weekends. So you can be working full-time in an organization and following up with your MBA at American University as well. And of course, as Dilan did or Danya wants to follow up with master's degree, if you would like to go to other institutions, if you want to study abroad, we also encourage that because any additional knowledge will help you to advance in your career. Work experience combined with further educations will help you to be promoted in your jobs. Or if you become entrepreneurs, you will be more efficient entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Thank you. So for any working individuals who are looking for advance in their careers, this is exactly the message about the Executive MBA program that is available at AUS, and it can be done as you are working in your career path. You don't need to necessarily quit your job. You can do this program while working. All right, so now let's move on to our one of the many success stories. Dilan, to you. So if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, which year you graduated, right? What was your experience like? And then how has AUIS education and degree helped you in your next career path, right? What have you done next? And then we'll take it from there. So tell us more about you and your story.
Well, thank you for the introduction. I guess to follow suit with the others, I joined the American University in the fall of 2019. I always joined with one very clear purpose. I wanted to springboard and go abroad to have a global career, a global education after this. And business is the most global department that you can go to, whether it's here or anywhere else, because it is the most easily integratable, and also business is global. Business is turning very global and more global by the day. And The reason why I believe that the American University would help me with that is because of the structure. It's because of the things that we do, the presentations, the essays, the grading, the GPA. Afterwards, when I did go to masters abroad in Canada, I participated in the MGB program, which is a Masters of Global Business in the city of Victoria in Canada. It spans across 3 continents. We started in Canada, and then we went to Taiwan, and then we went to Austria. It's a collaboration between 3 universities. And where the American universities' help really showed was that I basically did what we were already doing, maybe more extensively, because at the end of the day, it is a master's program, but it's still a presentation, it's still an essay. I didn't encounter something that I didn't know what to do. There wasn't something in front of my way where I was completely lost. It was so that was the help academically and education-wise. I believe the American University lays the foundation to almost any global university you would like to go to later.
I don't know if we are losing Dylan based on his connection.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So I basically did all the 3 parts so far. Afterwards, we officially graduate from the master's degree when you complete a 4 to 8 month internship. And that is flexible. It depends on the students. Some people do it immediately, some people do it after a few months. So I firstly decided to come back to relax a little bit, spend some time with the family, friends, and such, and also to come back to the university and try to shed some light on, if you want a global career, this is the springboard. This is the help that it will get you.
Well, it is always wonderful. First of all, that's the good sign when the alumni want to go back to the university. You know, that always speaks a lot about the relationship between faculty and students and the fact that the alumni want to come back. But Dylan, I would still want to kind of learn more. So right after finishing AUIS, you applied for the master's program, right? And that is always the question of how difficult is it to apply to universities abroad having the AUIS degree? What has been your experience, and how difficult or how easy was that path for you?
To be very honest, I think when some people, what usually happens is that they would look at the situation in a zoomed out perspective, and it seems all too hard. It is too hard when you think about abroad and all the aspects. But if you take it step by step, it is just like applying for any other university, with the caveat of course, the visas and such. But when it comes to applying to actual universities, it's quite easy for considering we already have the GPA system intact. We don't need to transfer our grades. It's not hard for other universities to understand our grading systems. It's not hard for other universities to see our classes, and it is the fundamental, traditional, basic business classes. So in terms of integration, it was quite easy. And what I just did was I had a target in my mind. I wanted Canada, and you just go and look online. You look online, and every university has a website. The website is very detailed in terms of what GPA you require, what type of student they're looking to, let's say, accept into their programs. So it is, in terms of visas, that is where it's difficult. Otherwise, in terms of universities, it is very straightforward.
Well, and thank you for saying this, because I know that this is exactly the story we hear from most of our graduates, that because the AUIS educational model is already like as global. I mean, that American style education and the grading and the transcripts, as you were saying, and the whole model of education in general, like preparing them for the next academic path. Like you are one of the examples that, you know, by taking the steps, it becomes possible. But it's also then what you mentioned in terms of how easy it was to transition to the next level because you were already used to a very similar system over here. So when, if you were advising the prospective students who are choosing now amongst many different universities, because business administration program is offered almost at every university that is based in Iraq, right? So what, with the experience that you've now had internationally, you've studied now in Taiwan, in Canada, you know, so like your world has become as global as you have probably dreamed about. But what would be your advice for this future student who is lost amongst the multiple possibilities? And what would you advise them? And what would you tell them in regards to AUIS?
I think you really have to think about your goals. For me, my goals were very clear. I wanted a global career. And then after you assign your goals, you just look at the tools. You look at the tools, and when it comes to how long a business program has existed, how many international professors are in this business department, how much exposure you have to global education styles in a business department, there's only one university that stood out to me, which is why I never really had a problem to pick any university in the country, not just the city, because with my goal of to have a global career, it was clear where I should go. So in my opinion, if it depends on someone's goals, if you want in terms of a global career, I don't think any other university in our country has the tools that the American university would give to you.
Thank you. I would want to put our department chair back on the spotlight. So I know, Dr. Faratin, when we work with alumni, almost every business department alum speaks highly of you because you've been here for so many years. You've seen the generations, you've seen the alumni success stories. So what are you most proud of, you know, in seeing what our students, what our graduates end up doing? So when you reflect on those years of your hard work, on your and your team's work, what would you say you are mostly excited about and proud of when you think about your program and the students that have gone through your program?
Thank you very much. So since I started here in 2012, we just realized that we have very good connections with students. Students are usually friendly, respectful, and I showed care about them. And these help us to have a stronger connections between not only me and business students, but with also other professors. And it has been great pleasure seeing our students succeeding. And in fact, today, one of our graduates came to visit me because he's going to Dubai. He said, I have to see you before going to Dubai to work. And he doesn't know when he will come back, but he got a job offer there. I assume from Kurdish diaspora or Kurdish businesses established businesses there, and they would like to hire our graduates in Dubai. So that was something, you know, emotionally satisfying that one of our graduates wants to visit me to say goodbye. And he also said goodbye to some of his other professors, and also seeing that he's succeeding and being invited to company work in Dubai. So Dilan also pointed how our business major prepares students for global work, not only for local works, but global work. So one of the reasons for that is that our curriculum is American curriculum. American curriculum is leading curriculum in business education. And we keep up to date our curriculum, our classes, and most of our books are American written books, American professors' book. And we keep up the developments in other parts of the world as well. We have diverse examples in our classes from different regions, as well as local examples we bring. So our students have very broad perspective. They gain good academic knowledge. And in addition to that, they gain multiple skills. Diversity of the university is one of the assets of the university. This diversity allows our students to communicate with different people, different cultures. So our students exposed to American culture to an extent, but also within the Iraq, diverse students from diverse background get together here, and they develop friendships. They work as team members. That way, different people with different backgrounds learn to work together, which is also a skill. Last semester and this semester, I am also doing something called virtual exchange program, which enables our students to gain global communication skills, working with students from American university online and as a team, because as some of our students pointed, we are living more in a globalized world. And even if you work for a local business, you need to communicate with organizations, companies from other regions, other countries. Developing some working skills with them is also important. So we offered this diverse set of skills along with good academic knowledge. And after graduation, our students appreciate that. And that's why they would like to keep in touch, express their appreciation, not only me, but all other business faculty as a business department. And we appreciate that they are staying connected with us, and very happy to hear always hearing them succeeding. Thank you.
I would still want to give an opportunity for Dr. Sylvia to add anything that has not been said, but also to kind of give the audience a bit of opening up a bit of the curtain about the upcoming University Day, because I know that you have also worked very much with the students in preparing this, and this very much probably relates to what Dr. Faratin mentioned about faculty working closely with students, and and that kind of unity and the friendship and the alumni coming back, all of that relates to one story. So anything that hasn't been mentioned about what you would want to highlight as the strengths of the department, and then just something about Thursday, about the opportunity to meet the business department in person and to experience something of what you have been preparing.
Thank you, Aysel. Well, in addition to what Dr. Sumer mentioned, I believe one of the strengths of this department, but of the university in general, is that we do a lot, we put a lot of effort into developing our students' employability skills. And that really shows in the fact that they are very well sought after in the labor market. So as Dylan mentioned, students get to do a lot of presentation, group work, writing essays, and this is all experiential learning and experiences that sort of hone their problem solving, communication, decision making, and team working skills. So for me, I take a lot of pride in seeing our students growing and developing both personally and professionally. So I believe AUIS does an excellent job when it comes to preparing graduates for employment. And in terms of our upcoming University Day scheduled for Thursday, the business department has a few activity in place. The management concentration students, the management capstone students will be showcasing their research projects. So there will be posters where the public will be able to see what kind of research our department is working on. We will also have an HR desk, and the theme for the HR desk this year is around how to prepare your CV and how to be able to secure an interview. So some of our software engineering students who are actually minoring in management have developed an application which our visitors will be able to test and see how ready they are to apply for certain jobs in certain fields. And my other colleagues in the department also have some other activities. Dr. Sumer, I believe you may have more information about that.
Actually, some of our students came with an idea. One of the activity that students want to conduct is they will allow visitors to play a small game, and then they will be attending to a drawing that they have a chance to win a trip abroad. So that's one of the activity, and one of the students' parents decided to sponsor that. So we're not bringing additional cost here. And another activity will be $5 challenge from Entrepreneurship Club, Entrepreneurship class. So in the Entrepreneurship class, students starting with $5, within a week period, they are supposed to come up with an entrepreneur idea and implement it quickly to raise money. Whoever raises the highest money out of growing the $5 to a highest amount of money becomes the winner. So Dr. Ramazan follows up with that, and we will have a $5 entrepreneurship successful project demonstrated at the University Day. So this will be an interactive process. We will be talking and answering our visitors' questions, and also there will be some fun part while we are informing visitors about our department. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is a little teaser, small advertising for the upcoming University Day, which will take place this Thursday on AUIS campus, where everyone is invited. So as you heard, I mean, this is just one example about the event that will happen, and where all the departments will be present, and you'll learn more about the program, but there will also be a lot of fun activities to engage in. So we are hoping to meet everyone on campus on Thursday from between 12 and 6 p.m. And as of today, like, this brings our session to an end. There was a question again more about scholarships, and specifically the fully funded scholarships. We will have later in June, we will have online admission webinars where we will be talking about the admission process and all of the scholarships, because every year that changes. But I do want to emphasize very briefly that AUIS tuition structure has already inbuilt academic scholarships within our existing tuition fees. So the higher, the better your baccalaureate scores are, the bigger scholarships you automatically can get. And every year there are separate scholarships provided that select students based on their engagement in the community or in their school and their academic performance, who would be awarded the fully funded scholarships. So this year we're also looking to have a few new scholarships, which will be announced at the end of June, beginning of July. So keep following AUIS Facebook page, being in touch with the admissions office. All of those news will be upcoming, and it's all about investing into your education, into your future. I want to thank our audience for being with us today, for learning more about the business department. I know we ran out of time. There would be many more conversations and questions that I would love to ask our students and faculty, but we do have this amazing opportunity coming up on Thursday where you can do it all live at AUS. So thank you to the panelists for allocating your time today in sharing about the program, sharing about your experience. Dylan, we are happy to have alumni back in Suleimani and seeing you on campus, and wishing you all the best as you are, taking the rest and then finishing up with internship and finishing up your master's degree. And to our dear students, those who are seniors, all the best as you're finishing up the last weeks at AUS. And then to the others, embrace all the opportunities that AUS presents. And that's the encouragement also to all the students who are considering AUS. Come learn about us, come visit us, and hopefully then you will be able to make an informed decision of whether AUS can be your next home, next educational adventure. Thank you to everyone again, wishing you a restful Sunday evening and a good week ahead. Thanks, and
Thank
see
you
you
for
then.
connecting us to
Thank you.
participants of this webinar, and thank you all for joining.